Hello and welcome to Edinburgh Watch Company. My name is Jonathan and today we're going to do another one of our new arrivals here at Edinburgh Watch Company. We have got a great collection to share with you, and we shot one of these videos a couple of weeks ago and it went down really well, and it's giving you effectively an early insight onto the latest watches we've just got in before we do the full videos on them. Now sometimes these watches are in fact getting sold before we've done the videos, so if you like what you see then please get in touch with us. So the majority of what we got today are Rolex, however we have got two really nice Tudors. First one here I'm wearing, which is the new Tudor Black Bay 58 in blue, which is just an absolutely outstanding watch. And we've also got the new Tudor Harrods as well. Now, we've been offered a number of these Tudor Harrods through the years. We've never quite been able to buy one as they've been a little bit too expensive, but we had a very fair customer let us buy this unworn watch from 2019 and delighted to be able to offer it to you. So let's start off first of all with Rolex. So the first watch we have here today is the Rolex Submariner. Now this is the new Rolex Submariner. This one was launched in 2020. Of course, no BAL this year in Switzerland for Rolex to launch their watches, so more of a, like, I guess what you call like a soft launch. But something very different for those who are used to the 40mm case size. Rolex introduced a 41mm. They've reprofiled the lugs on the Submariner, and they've also popped a new movement in it. Bracelet's very slightly changed as well. It tapers down here, and this particular one, as you can see here, has the black dial on it, but everything else about it is sort of very familiar look and feel to the Submariner. So a nice change, but I think like the Porsche 911 in a way, it's very much recognizable as a Submariner. And I think for someone looking to perhaps upgrade, get something a bit newer, or perhaps their first foray into a Rolex sports watch, then this one's definitely worth considering. So staying with the sports range and the same sort of color scheme, we have here the new Rolex Sea Dweller. Now this one certainly caught everybody out when it was introduced. The Sea Dweller we have seen for many years in stainless steel, and Rolex decided they'd introduce steel and gold, that bimetal look to the Sea Dweller, and I have to say it's gone down pretty well. We've actually got a few customers who are now enjoying these watches from us. They based it on the same size and case as the Sea Dweller 50th anniversary, so that's the 43mm stainless steel case, but this one, as you can see here, it has the ceramic bezel in 18 karat gold, the gold running through the bracelet here, and you have the glide lock clasp as well, so it makes it very easy to adjust. Aside from that, color scheme wise, very similar in fact to a Submariner, but the Sea Dweller writing is actually in gold. Of course the Sea Dweller compared to the Submariner, which goes to 1,000 foot, takes you down to 4,000 foot, so a slightly thicker case, and this has the automatic helium escape valve, which is traditional to the Sea Dweller. But overall, great looking watch, and of course this has the Cyclops, giving you the 2.5 times magnification on it as well. So we've got that at a pretty good price, and as I say, this one is 2020 unworn. Here we have the Rolex Daytona. Well, this watch needs no introduction, and this one is an absolute peach. This particular one we've got is in fact a 2015, so one of the last of them before they introduced the ceramic Daytonas, and we've had them both coming through, and I love the new ceramic Daytona. I think it's a really lovely sports watch, but this is still an absolute cracker. It really is. I think it's a little bit dressier with the stainless steel bezel on it. This is what we have called the Aph dial, so there's a small gap between the writing Cosmograph on the dial, between the R and the Aph, that's how it gets its name. It's got the blue lume. Every watch you see I'm going to be talking about today, and all the watches we have here at Edinburgh Watch Company, they all have their box and paper, so you just take that for granted. It's in absolutely gorgeous condition. When we bought it from the customer, it had been barely worn. It was an absolutely lovely condition, but we've still had it all checked out, and any little light scratches have been removed. So someone wanting perhaps to put this away in a collection, maybe an anniversary gift, perhaps a birthday gift, or even just a treat to themselves, this one is definitely a really good one to consider. And so here we have the latest in the Daytona Cosmograph range. Now the Cosmograph Daytona traditionally in steel has been available with the black dial or the white dial. This is the very latest version of it. So a real change in look and feel to the older ones, new ceramic bezel here, new change to the overall look of the dial. But aside from that, it's still 40mm, it's still automatic, still a chronograph, still mounted onto the Oyster bracelet. Huge waiting lists on these, 6, 7, 8 years at best, and therefore these watches definitely are in the sort of premium sector compared to lists, but really, really nice one. Papers on this watch are dated 2018, and again, I think we've got it at a fair price in the marketplace today, so that's a really nice one. And then we've got a couple of these Explorers. Now I'm going to show you that one here. I've not actually seen these watches for a wee while. I'm a big fan of this watch. I remember having one of these many years ago, in fact before I started Edinburgh Watch Company back in 2014. And the Explorer 2 is very understated, I think, but it's a very, very easy watch to wear, very, very comfortable on the wrist, and Rolex introduced the 42mm to the range, the second dual time zone change from red to orange, and this is it here. You get these with the black or the white dial. We've got two of these in black. We've got a 2018 one and we've got a 2020 one. Again, just a superb looking watch, satinized bezel here, the Oyster bracelet with a satinized look to it, and I think just a really, really good all-rounder. And then let's have a look here, what we've got here. We've got the Datejust. So we've got the two of these actually. These are, and I'm trying to catch this in the right light here. This is absolutely lovely, lovely shade of blue. Datejust 41 in stainless steel. Both of the watches we have the fluted white gold bezel on here. And you'll see we have a Jubilee version of this as well. So I think it's very much down to you, what you feel you like, by the means of whether you're wanting that slightly more dressy look with the Jubilee or the slightly sportier look with the Oyster bracelet here. But I'm very, very biased to blue. I love the shade of this blue dial. It has the index hour markers as well. The benefit of that is that they have a luminous coating on them as well. So it does make this very, very easy to read at night time. The date window that has the 2.5 times multiplication on it to make it very, very easy to read. And the Oyster bracelet here is actually fitted with the Easy Link as well, which means it's very, very easy to adjust, just to give you that extra sort of half link. So again, absolute beauty. This is a 2020 unworn watch. And then the other one we have here is the same watch, but fitted with a Jubilee. So again, really, really comfortable bracelet. Now, the Jubilee bracelets today are much stronger than the older ones, so less likely to sort of wear. And they used to have enclosed clasps on the 36mm, 31s, etc. But the 41 has this new Easy Link feature here. And I think maybe the reason why they did it was because traditionally with a concealed clasp that you get on a Datejust, once it's set, it's set. You don't really have any flexibility in the size of the bracelet. But with the Easy Link here, again, you've got that half link extension. It's normally just enough for most. The Datejust 41 in the Wimbledon dial, in the rhodium dial, the blue dial, they're all pretty hard to get, and unlikely you'll find them in sort of stores immediately. They're going to very much be like a waiting list watch. That's why these ones do actually achieve a premium, but we do have them, and again, nice opportunity to buy perhaps an early Christmas present if you'd be looking to treat someone with that. So staying on that blue theme, we've just got this one in as well. This is the 34mm Oyster date, and again, similar sort of color to the Datejust, that lovely dark blue with the index hour markers here, and again, the date function on it. 34mm is what they used to call like the boys size. For gentlemen wanting a slightly smaller watch, if their wrist size isn't too big, again, it's perfect. But I'd very much see a lady buying this watch as well, because they may just feel that 36 is a little bit too big, wanting something sporty with a lovely color to it. I think the Oyster date is definitely one for that, and it's a really, really, really pretty watch. And our last Datejust, bar the bimetal one we have here, one for the ladies. This one we've taken back as a part exchange. Our customer part exchanged it and bought another Rolex from us. This has the lovely salmon pink dial on it. So this is the 26mm with the white gold fluted bezel. Index hour markers are all luminous coated, and fitted here onto the Oyster bracelet. So a really, really pretty watch. And we've got that one for sale just over 4,000. So I think it's a lovely watch for the money and make a lovely Christmas gift. But the dial is absolutely gorgeous. Just trying to change the angle of it now so the camera can pick it up. But that is a really, really lovely looking Datejust. And here to our last one. This in fact is a 2020 watch. It is the 36mm Datejust with the champagne dial. Again, the index hour markers. This bezel on this one is actually the domed bezel, so solid 18 karat gold and matched with the Oyster bracelet here. So a really attractive watch. Unisex size, I'd say these days, 36mm, stainless steel case, beautiful Oyster bracelet. The way the bracelet works on this one is you've got the satinized edges and then you've got the yellow gold running through the middle, and then it comes down here and joins the deployment clasp there with the Easy Link function as well. So really, really pretty watch, and as I say, that would look lovely on a wrist of a lady or a gentleman. Okay, on to another Explorer. This one we have just got in, a really, really pristine example. It's bought new in 2010, black dial, luminous hour markings on it here. You've got the Mercedes hand there for the hours. It has a domed stainless steel bezel and the Oyster bracelet there in the satinized finish. Now this watch has in fact just been serviced as well, so everything it needed was done to it, and it's in pristine condition, again like all of our watches, with all of its original box and papers. And we've got this one priced just under £6,000, which I think is pretty fair in the market today, but it's a really, really lovely example. And on to our Yacht Master. This one is a 2015 Yacht Master. It's fitted in 18 karat rose gold, what Rolex call the Ever Rose Gold. I remember when this watch first came out because it was the first of the watches where Rolex introduced the Oysterflex strap. So I think Rubber B, probably a very prominent brand out there in the market, have allowed customers to take their bracelet off, have a different look and feel to their watch. When Rolex sort of manufactured a rubber strap, they didn't just make a rubber strap. They called it the Oysterflex, and there's a titanium blade running through the strap there, and there's suspension underneath it as well, so it's really, really comfortable on the wrist. Black bezel on the top here, luminous hour markers. You've got the crown guards here, and it's just a lovely, lovely looking watch. This is called the 116655. They've made a slight change to this watch now for the latest range. They've popped the new movement in it with a 70-hour power reserve, but I don't think there's a massive benefit to that against this one. And this one's got a huge saving on it compared to what you'd pay new. 40mm case size, traditionally I guess a gentleman's size, but absolutely no reason why a lady wanting a bigger watch couldn't consider something like that. It's a really lovely, lovely, lovely piece. And lastly, as I mentioned at the beginning of today's new arrivals video, we have got our first Tudor Harrods Black Bay. What a lovely looking watch, it really is. When I look at it, I think of the Rolex Comet because of the sort of faded green color scheme, but they have done a really, really nice job on it. It's based upon the Tudor Black Bay 41, so it's quite a chunky watch, quite thick here, certainly feels very substantial. It's an automatic, it's got the in-house chronometer movement now, so again, keeping to within -4 to +6 seconds per day. Lovely crown you can see on the side there with a Tudor rose. This crown actually screws into the side of the case, so absolutely a watch that you can take swimming with you. It's fitted here to the stainless steel, what we call the Rivet Bracelet. So it's not quite a real Rivet Bracelet as the old ones were, but it's more of the look. But it goes back to, you know, how Tudors and Rolexes would have been years ago. And forgive me for those that don't know, Tudor is owned by the Rolex Group, so you can be absolutely sure it's a really, really good quality watch. But lovely color schemes, I say, with the green bezel here, with the gold hands, with the ivory colors, and the little green tip on the second hand going round. It really does look the part. And we've got this one at around about £4,500, so that is over list, but I think it's quite sensibly priced. It's a 2019 and unworn. And the last one on my wrist is the Tudor Black Bay 58 in blue. Now this is a really nice watch. Interestingly, I'll just let you see there on my wrist. My wrist is an 8-inch wrist. It doesn't look too small. It's about a 39mm case size, automatic with the chronometer movement in it, and this one is about a 70-hour power reserve as well. So it sort of does everything you'd want it to do. Lovely color scheme, great with jeans, equally nice with a suit. And that sort of size, absolutely no reason why a lady couldn't wear that as well. You've got the Tudor crown there, really nice bracelet. You can micro adjust it there as well. And I think it is overall a superb looking watch. Lovely and thin to wear, just really, really comfortable. So there we are. Those are our latest arrivals. So hopefully enjoyed a quick look at our latest collection. We're going to have lots more coming through. So please keep an eye on the website at edinburghwatchcompany.co.uk. If you're on Instagram and Facebook, go and check us out there because we tend to launch all our latest watches there. But meantime, thank you so much for taking the time to view. If you're watching this on YouTube today and you'd like to be notified of all our latest collections, then all you have to do is just click there. That will subscribe you to our channel and you'll be first to see our new videos. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.